6:40 on your Thursday morning. It's almost summertime for a lot of young athletes. It's also the off season.
That's right. And staying in shape during the off season is not always an easy task. So joining us now live is Dr. Rhianna Little. She's a pediatric orthopedic surgeon, and she has some tips for young female athletes. Good morning, Dr. Little.
Hi, Dr. Little. So how do girls differ from boys in terms of off-season workouts and in nutrition?
So what I'd like to raise awareness to today is that these issues are not just exclusive to the off-season, but rather our female athletes are a really special population that we like to draw attention to. So for example, they are more susceptible to a condition called relative energy deficiency in sports. We abbreviate that REDS. In simpler terms, this is when we are under-fueling the body. Sometimes this can be intentional with disordered eating, but many times this can be inadvertent because our female athletes don't realize that they need more calories to support their athletic activities. So this REDS, when left unchecked, can progress to a much more serious condition called the female athlete triad. And so you have the low energy availability, and then that can progress to hormonal disturbances, and that in turn leads to low bone mineral density. In the adults, we often think of this as osteoporosis. If you can imagine, we know that just one of these three components has been reported in up to 60% of our female athletes. So this is why we need to pay more attention to the unique issues, both in season and off season. Things that I want to raise attention to, sports that are higher risk. If it's a sport that emphasizes leanness or demands really high energy usage or has an aesthetic component, you might be thinking of examples like swimming, cross-country running, gymnastics, and cheerleading. These are at higher risk. So in order to keep our female athletes in season and off season, we want to be aware of these issues. And this allows us to have concerns be identified before they progress to destructive problems. For example, as a pediatric orthopedic surgeon, a patient might present to me with a stress fracture that could have been identified much earlier if we recognized some of the contributing fractures. A stress fracture might keep them out for 3 to 6 months of the competitive season. So if we address these issues in the off season, we can keep them healthy come fall. So we'd like parents and coaches to engage their teenagers and their preteen athletes in these really important conversations, because then they can bring their concerns to their pediatrician during the summertime. Maybe they have more time to engage them in conversation. And then evaluation and treatment.
All right, Dr. Little, we've got a second question for you here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you. Sorry about that. We had a little glitch in the connection, but we wanted to ask you, at this age, a lot of the kids, they want to eat junk food, of course, but what kind of dietary guidelines would you recommend for pre-workouts and post-workouts, specifically for teen girls?
I'd really like to take the emphasis off of pre and post workout, only to highlight that it's important to have balanced nutrition throughout. So we want to get you away from pre-workout drinks and post-workout recovery and focused on whole food nutrition. So get rid of the processed foods, eliminate that junk food, and of course, hydration, hydration, hydration. Pure water here in the hot summer heat would be the best choice for them.
Very good advice, especially looking forward to these hot summer months.
Yep. All right, Dr. Little, thank you for your time. We're out of time, unfortunately, but we hope you have a great summer.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.